it's only fair that you get to hear what's going on with your case. Your lawyer wants to challenge probable cause in this case. You're charged with interference with the duties of a public servant. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. That's what you're charged with. I don't know. So I'm going to have them read, and we're going to do probable cause to see whether we're going to go forward or not. Okay? Okay. What happened?
On January 10th, 2025, the officers in official uniforms and riding in a marked patrol vehicle were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant standing outside the location, being told to leave by the resident, to which the defendant refused by verbally yelling at the resident in a loud, aggressive tone of voice. The officer announced themselves and observed the defendant begin to walk away. The officer gave the defendant a verbal command to put his hands behind his back, and the defendant pulled his hand away. The defendant refused to comply with verbal commands, and the defendant held his arms to his chest as the officer attempted to detain him. The defendant continued to refuse additional commands to stop resisting and put hands behind his back. He yelled at the officer in an aggressive tone and shouted out loud, "Don't let them take me." The officer performed a leg sweep and continued to struggle and the defendant due to him pulling away. The officer began to roll around while on the ground and reached the officer's hands to prevent him from being placed in handcuffs. The officer continued to give commands, and the defendant continued to refuse.
I get it. But what's he doing? I mean, he's walking away. That's what they wanted. Right?
So,
No.
Just losing?
So, Your Honor, in this case, to read the full dim, it was the disturbance call, and they said they observed him standing outside the above location, being told to leave, and they observed him verbally refuse, and then...
Right, but then cops get up there.
And then they observed him begin to walk away, and it says they approached Jones and observed he was intoxicated in a public place based on his slurred speech, pupil size, and...
Didn't say that.
That was in the complete dims, Your Honor. And then it
Do you know
says...
about that?
And
Yes,
aggressive
Judge,
behavior.
but
Okay,
I
go
have my
ahead.
argument prepared. Judge, my argument is exactly what you started to say. There's some sort of disturbance. Somebody's asking him to leave. They're yelling and screaming at each other. Police coming up and saying, "Hey, I'm the police." You can walk away from that all day long. My client did walk away from that. My client's loud and emotional, as you can tell here today. You're allowed to walk away emotional, yelling, screaming, even using profanity in this state if you want to. Then the cops come up to him and suddenly there's some kind of unfounded allegation of intoxication. There's absolutely no facts other than that statement. "I smell marijuana. You look intoxicated," because it looks like he walked away and the cops didn't want him to walk away. And so now they need a reason to arrest him. My argument is based on if he's charged with interference with a public servant, that doesn't come until later. He has to be lawfully arrested and lawfully detained or lawfully with the police before that even occurs. Walking away when a resident tells you to leave and all you've got in your sworn statement is, "We identified ourselves as police," so what? Everything that happens after that is fruit of the poisonous tree.
So they go up and they see that he possibly could be intoxicated. So does it go into a potential public intox investigation?
If it does, they need to announce that. You can't just walk up to me and say, "I'm the police, stop." We don't live in that kind of society. "I'm the police, I need to investigate you, so therefore stop," all day long. "I'm the police, we're investigating, I need you to step aside, sir, so I can investigate this matter," all day long. But hey, I'm the popo.
So the reasonable suspicion we have is they begin to investigate what?
So
A criminal trespass.
they're called, yes, a disturbance, and they saw him yelling, being aggressive, and then as he walked away, that's when they saw
So
signs.
Right away, tension fills the room. The judge is laying down the rules, warning Mr. Jones that even how you knock on a door can become a charge. Then we hear the official story. Police arrive for a disturbance. The homeowner wants him gone, and Jones starts walking away, which sounds like compliance until it doesn't. This is the moment where things quietly turn from "just leave" into "you're under arrest."
The trespass investigation ceases because he's leaving.
Right.
Yes or no?
It's not specified to be a trespass, Your Honor. It's specified just to be a disturbance.
That's what it is. Okay, but it's a trespass that they're investigating a trespass, right? I mean, for all intents and purposes, isn't that what it is? The investigation begins as a trespass investigation because he's there. Homeowners asked him to leave. He's refused to leave. So cops come and he begins to leave. So At that point, all should have ceased. But the cops go up to try to.
Well, in this case, Your Honor, it would be that, yes, he attempted to leave, but once the officers arrived, so they would still need to investigate to determine if the trespass even occurred, to determine,
He's leaving.
He's walking.
He's leaving, right? It's like, here, let me come and mess with you more.
And here's the key confusion. Even the court pauses. The question everyone's thinking gets said out loud. He's walking away. Isn't that what they wanted? This is where probable cause becomes the entire case. Did police have the legal right to stop him after he started leaving? Because if they didn't, everything that follows could collapse.
That would only.
Right? So it's like adding fuel to a fire.
But they still have grounds to investigate, and furthermore, with the further signs of possible public intoxication, it would give them further grounds to investigate.
That's because they're going up to him to mess with him.
Well, they're going up to investigate what they saw, him refusing to leave, and
He leaves.
He only left once they arrived. So with maybe potential fear of apprehension, that's when he decided to leave, which it wouldn't be, it wouldn't undercut their ability to investigate what they had observed happen in front of them regarding that public or that disturbance that they were called about. They still need to figure out what happened there and if there was a trespass to begin with.
Judge, you can't flee a trespass. The way you comply is by fleeing.
Well, we don't know it was a trespass, it was a disturb, we don't always specify the disturbance.
I'm going to find no probable cause.
You understand?
Mr. Jones, be careful, man. We have enough drama in this life, don't we? You don't like to wear orange, do you? Be careful where you go. Be careful what you do. Everyone's always out to get you, man. Don't let them.